So your loved one just passed away and you heard that you need to go to probate. So when do you start probate? What's the time frame looking like? And how do you know that you're making sure the right decision happens instead of running out of time and making the wrong decision? Well, today I wanted to talk to you about that. Specifically, if you have any questions on the time frame, if you want to go to my website, www.legionlawpllc.com, it's a great place to schedule a free consultation to talk about this or anything else. So when do you start a probate? It depends. And I hate giving that answer as an attorney, but it's the most classic attorney answer I can give because it really does depend. It depends if there's a will. If there is no will, technically speaking, you can do probate whenever you want. If you have a will, on the other hand, if the deceased person has a will specifically, then you will want to probate that will within 4 years after their passing. Now, 4 years sounds like a long time. It sounds like you don't have to worry about it for 4 years. I mean, 4 years is crazy long, but at the end of the day, you definitely want to get it done sooner rather than later. I've already kind of made a video a little bit about this, but really what you want to do is you want to get done with probate before you need the probate. In other words, before you downsize the house, before you're already mostly through the sales process and you're about to sign and they're like, oh, by the way, we need your deceased spouse's signature. You don't have that authority. You need to go through probate. That is going to shoot the whole deal up. Like you won't be able to sell the house for another several months. And at that point, the buyer obviously is going to drop out. So you don't want to wait for probate after you find out you need to do the probate. You want to do it as soon as you can, within reason, of course, so that you are prepared when you do need to sign on behalf of a deceased person. So again, everything gets frozen whenever somebody passes away, be it the house, be it the cars, bank accounts, whatever. If it doesn't automatically transfer from a deceased person to a living person, then that asset is probably subject to probate. And if that is the case, we need to get that authority ahead of time so that whenever we do make that transfer, we close the bank account, we move the retirement account from there to there, whatever, we have that authority. And again, in theory, you could live your life normal, you could live in that house, you could just let the retirement account sit there and do nothing for indefinite future. But once you need that signature, you need it, and sometimes it's a very timely manner, and if you don't have it by then you got to wait that time frame. So going back to the specifics on the time frame, I mean, if you have a will, best case scenario, it usually takes about a couple months. That's the best case scenario. If you have a will, it's cheaper, faster probate. It's going to be a couple months at least of waiting, and then you finally get that authority to sign. Or if you don't have a will, it's oftentimes 6 months to a year and a half somewhere in that time frame. We have to wait all that time, and then finally you can sell the house. So again, if you're waiting and then you start the 6 month time period, like that's going to be pretty tough for you to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. So with that, if you have any other questions on this, should you start your probate? Again, my general recommendation is bury your person, mourn them, celebrate them, of course, and then whenever you feel emotionally at least a little bit ready, I would start thinking about doing the probate, because again, it's a long process and you can still emotionally recover during the waiting time of that probate. But I would not wait until the day before you start signing the documents to start the probate. That would be a very bad case scenario. So with that, if you have any other questions on this, you can email me directly, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com, or you can go to my website, www.legionlawpllc.com. You can go to our Contact Us page and schedule a free consultation over the phone directly with me. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.